In the BTTH. It is the young master has emerged from seclusion. Xiao Yan, within the astral plane, those who are not members of our pavilion die in closed space. This is the battle saint. Just as the old doctor was severely injured on the verge of death, Xiao Yan finally broke through the barrier and emerged. Due to the extraordinary effects of Bodhisattva, Xiao Yang skipped the semi-saint stage directly. Advanced to a 1-star Doshing. Seeing this bone ghost, the 3 heavenly demons were utterly terrified. Because the space has been sealed off by Xiao Yang, therefore the only option now is to take advantage of Xiao Yang's unstable foundation. Only by fighting to the death can we have a glimmer of hope. Subsequently, the heavenly demon unleashed the heavenly blood palm. Bone Ghost and the 3 heavenly venerables then unleashed the myriad souls heavenly lock. Seeing the 3 of them unleash their full power, Xiao Yang raised his hand slightly. 4 strange flames slowly formed a bizarre ring, hundreds of feet in size. This is what I realized when I broke through to the Doshing realm. This move is called Buddha's wrath reincarnation. Today I will use you as a sacrifice. Having said that, the 4-colored fire discs collided violently with the combined attack of Jiu and his companions. Clang! No earth-shattering explosion occurred. The attacks of the 3 bone demons hit the fire plate. It vanished into nothingness in an instant. This fire pit was like a black hole. If a person gets caught in it, even the soul would probably be reduced to ashes. Seeing this scene, a look of shock flashed across Yao Lao's face. Fighting techniques derived from different flames. This little guy is truly full of surprises. After this encounter, Jiu also understood that they were no match for them. They couldn't care about anything else at the moment. It then sped off toward the entrance to the astral plane. The 3 men fled in panic. The powerful members of the STYX alliance were terrified. He hurriedly turned around and ran. Seeing this, Xiao Yang snorted coldly and turned away. The 4-colored fire discs then began to spin rapidly. Immediately, a black beam of light enveloped all the enemy soldiers. Under this pillar of light, the enemy units began to disintegrate into nothingness one by one. At this moment, even though the 3 of them, including Jiu, possessed powerful fighting spirit, even that couldn't withstand the corrosive effect that broke down the body. Feeling the threat of death, the heavenly demon finally felt fear. Xiao Yang, please let me go. From now on, my heavenly darkness sect will be a subordinate force of the Starfall Pavilion. How? I heard Xiao Yang remained indifferent. Unnecessary. Qianming sect, there is no need for it to exist. Seeing that surrender was useless, the heavenly demon king's body suddenly expanded rapidly. He clearly wanted to self-destruct. Little bastard, I'll fight you to the death today. Words fall. The heavenly demon exploded with a bang. However, the energy storm he unleashed hadn't even had time to spread. It was completely swallowed up by the fiery black disc. Even his soul was completely annihilated. After defeating the heavenly underworld demon, Xiao Yang immediately rushed towards Jiu and the other 2. He clenched his fist. The latter was instantly unable to move. Then Xiao Yang's palm struck down with a light, effortless motion. Looking at the rapidly enlarging palm, a sinister glint flashed across the bone. Then he used all his strength to push the 3 venerables away. He then used the momentum to retreat. With a snap, the 3 venerables were instantly reduced to nothingness. Seeing how terrifying Xiao Yang's palm strike was, Jiu was also filled with regret. If only I had known this day the trip to the ancient body tree. I'll kill this kid no matter what. After a few breaths, just as Xiao Yang was about to strike Jiu with a palm strike, the space beside the latter suddenly cracked open. Immediately, a withered hand swept out. Deflect Xiao Yang's attack. When this dark arm appeared, Xiao Yang's pupils suddenly contracted. A Soul Clan battle saint. So they've finally shown up. Words for the Soul Clan battle saint refused to show himself. He simply reached his palm out from the space. Then he grabbed Guu and sent him into the spatial rift. Seeing this, how could Xiao Yan let him leave so easily? At present he suddenly pointed his finger at Guu's forehead. Facing Xiao Yan's relentless pressure, a furious roar also echoed from within the spatial rift. "You little brat, how dare they push their luck!" Words for a jet black finger darted out from the crack and collided violently with Xiao Yan's attack. And that bone ghost at that moment, they were quickly pulled into the crack. Bang! Xiao Yan was so shocked that he took several steps back. In contrast, the jet black arm was also burned purple-red by the strange fire. The next moment a cold shout came from the crack again. "Juniors, don't be smug. Making you this strong was indeed a miscalculation on the part of my soul clan. If you want to save your father, then come to my soul realm. I'm waiting for you." I heard Xiao Yan did not recklessly rush into the spatial rift. Regarding the strength of the Soul Clan, he had no doubt whatsoever. After all, even the ancestor, a peak Doshing, perished at the hands of the Soul Clan. He had only just advanced to the Doshing realm. Although he was wary, but Xiao Yan remained sharp-tongued. "Snort that place, I'll go sooner or later." Xiao Yan sneered. The person on the other end of the space was also furious. "Arrogance, if not for some restrictions. I will show myself today and kill you." Having said that, the other end was too lazy to argue. The jet black arm disappeared as soon as it entered the spatial rift. With the Soul Clan's battle saint completely gone, Xiao Yan also breathed a slight sigh of relief. According to his speculation, that person should be the Grand Venerable of the Soul Palace. A peak one-star Doshing existence. Now that he has broken through to the Doshing realm, that Soul Clan will probably take it seriously too. The next time we meet, it will definitely be a fierce battle. Xiao Yang turned around and came to Yao Lao and the others. "Teacher Colorful Scales, are you all right?" Upon hearing this, the old doctor waved his hand. His eyes were full of relief. "Ha ha, it doesn't matter you now. Finally, he surpassed his teacher." At first, when Yao Lao first met Xiao Yang, the latter was merely a useless member of the Xiao family, burdened with humiliation. Now the fledgling eagle will eventually soar through the heavens. It has reached the pinnacle of the mainland. Not long the master and disciple then discussed the Soul Palace battle saint who refused to show himself. That person was extremely strong. If they appear, Xiao Yang will inevitably be plunged into a fierce battle. After thinking it over and over, the old doctor felt that the guy must have been subject to some kind of restriction. This deity cannot be present in person. Then the group arrived at the main hall of the Starfall Pavilion. Hearing about what has happened in the past 2 years, a chill ran through Xiao Yang. Today, the heavenly demon has perished here. The remaining remnants of the STYX alliance are not worth fearing. Therefore the most difficult opponent right now is still the Soul Palace. To compete, a major alliance must be formed. I heard the old doctor and the others frowned. The Soul Palace collects souls across the continent. It had long been hated by many forces. For example, the Dantar. These years too many alchemists were secretly targeted by the Soul Palace. Dantar also knew about these things. I've just been enduring it. Hearing that Xiao Yang wanted to form an alliance with the Pill Tower, little fairy doctor said in a deep voice, "The 3 giants of the Pill Tower are only at the peak of the Dozun realm. This kind of strength poses little threat to the Soul Hall." I heard the old doctor waved his hand. According to him, Xian Kengzi has now advanced to the level of a half-saint. Moreover, the true core of the Dantar is not the 3 giants on the surface. Instead, it is the small Dan Tower. Some people there even made the old apothecary bow in respect. It is said at the summit of the little Dantar, they then engaged in a great battle with the Soul Palace. From then on thus, a feud was formed between the two sides. Upon hearing this, Xiao Yan clicked his tongue in amazement. This pill tower is indeed not as simple as it seems. Otherwise, how could it be considered a force on par with the Soul Palace? If we can win over the pill tower, they would undoubtedly be able to join one of the continent's superpowers. Seeing Xiao Yang's delighted expression, the old doctor couldn't help but pour cold water on it. Because they wanted to get those old fogies in Little Dantar to agree. It is also very difficult. Therefore, once the matters of the Starfall Pavilion are resolved, the old doctor then decided to go to the Pill Tower with Xiao Yang in person. Besides, and Huazong Burning Flame Valley also had a good relationship with them. According to the old herbalist, the two grand elders of the flower sect both possessed the strength of a half-saint. Moreover, they also owed the old man a favor. As for the Burning Flame Valley, it is also quite extraordinary. It is said that they still have an ancestor who has reached the high-level semi-saint realm. This person suffered severe after-effects in his youth. If you can help him solve this problem, getting him to join the alliance for Burning Flame Valley wouldn't be difficult. Words for Xiao Yang's eyes gleamed with fervor. The alliance issue must be resolved as soon as possible before the pure lotus demon flame is unleashed. The discussion is over. Next, after cleaning up the mess at the Starfall Pavilion, Xiao Yang and Yao Lao then led the entire Starfall Pavilion army out. A major counteroffensive was launched against the remaining forces of the STYX alliance. Facing a one-star Do Xing and Yao Lao, a high-level half-saint without the Heavenly Demon King, the STYX alliance is no match for them. In just a few days, Xiao Yang then stormed the headquarters of the Heavenly Nether Sect. The Heavenly Nether Sect master, a peak Dozun level cultivator, was casually killed by Xiao Yang. Next, the main force of the Starfall Pavilion split up and headed towards the Ice River Valley and powerful sects like the Wind and Thunder Pavilion. After all, when they attacked the Starfall Pavilion, but he put in a lot of effort soon at the headquarters of Fenglei Pavilion. Lei Shan was now a sea of fire. The scene was extremely chaotic. Fei Qian, who was once a minor character, was already lying lifeless in the sea of fire. Above the air, Lei Zunja was blasted into the mouth by a Dozun from the Starfall Pavilion, causing him to vomit blood. At this moment, he glared at Xiao Yang with intense resentment. Xiao Yang, my Fenglei Pavilion is on good terms with the Heavenly Demon Phoenix clan. You do this, the Heavenly Phoenix clan will not let you go. Upon hearing this, Xiao Yang glanced at the latter indifferently. When they first met, the latter was so unattainable in his eyes. However, the Thunder Venerable was now completely prostrate at his feet. Rest assured, my feud with the Celestial Phoenix clan, there will be a conclusion later. Having said that, Xiao Yang clenched his fist against the fleeing Thunder Venerable. Immediately, space collapse. Lei Zun's he was crushed into a pulp before he could even scream. At the same time, in the battle circle of the Glacier Valley, Ice Venerable was also under siege by the Starfall Pavilion experts. He was beaten so badly that he couldn't fight back. Back then, when he first appeared, his peak strength as a 5-star Dozun made him incredibly imposing. However, it's completely inadequate now. Soon he was no match for him. His Glacier Valley perished along with it. This video will end here.